Coming up, we show you just how much goes into a student film.
And we give you an inside look at a popular site on campus. I'm Lizzie Arehart.
And I'm Emily St. John. Eagle 7 News starts right now.
Now, from the Mel Johnson Studios at the University of Northwestern, this is Eagle 7 News.
One of Force's biggest events is taking place tomorrow. It's the annual Multicultural Festival. Force has been planning this event all year long, and they're hoping for a great turnout. Our own Milka Elias caught up with the president of Force as they promote their big day.
Students should come to the Multicultural Festival this Saturday just because it's a beautiful collection of all the cultures we have represented on our campus, and they're displayed through dance, through song, a variety of performances, as well as food. There'll be a buffet, and it's just such a neat experience and a really great way to experience all that our campus offers through culture.
The festival begins at 7 p.m. in the Stud. The event is free, but food will cost $2.
According to officials in the admissions office, 105 Northwestern students are not from the United States. Eagle 7's Heidi Anderson sat down with one of the students to hear about her experience.
Have you ever wondered what it is like to go to a school in a different country? That is the story of some students, including myself and Leah Nelson, who I sat down with for an interview. What was it like growing up in Kenya?
So what was it like is a big question. So I moved when I was 4 to Kenya, so I don't really remember anything from America. It was normal to grow up in Kenya. All my friends were there, my parents were there, my family was there. I didn't know much about my family, like my extended family, but other than that, I thought I was a normal kid.
What do you like about America or maybe Northwestern?
I really didn't expect coming to college that I would find a community like Northwestern. That was really neat, and it's really cool to see how God is working. The States, there's just a whole lot more convenience. Like, I have hot showers here, which is pretty great.
What was the most beneficial thing that helped you adjust?
The most beneficial thing has been the people who have come around me, because a lot of my friends, even if they're not intercultural, even if they grew up in small town Minnesota, they still love to hear about where I come from and stories about my culture, which is so rewarding. I definitely think that there's a very good support system here, and yes, you have to reach out to be involved in that, but that is definitely something that multicultural kids and intercultural kids can come and make use of here.
Do you recommend any multicultural student to come to Northwestern?
Definitely. I am a advocate of Northwestern, most definitely. I'm trying to get some other kids from my school in Kenya to come, and right now I have one more coming.
Having grown up in Japan, it is always interesting to hear from other students who grew up outside of America. We really appreciate when you come and talk to us. This is Heidi Anderson from Eagle 7 News.
Hundreds packed Maranatha Hall this week to honor student films, but the movie making is not over. A group of Northwestern students are gathered together to tell the story of a lifetime. Eagle 7's Kyle Granger got an exclusive first look.
Scene 10, shot 13, take 1.
I'm Sophie Meath, and I'm the writer and director of an experimental short film about fibromyalgia called A Happy 7. A Happy 7 follows the journey of a young woman who has acute fibromyalgia, and it explores different types of relationships she has with people and how they impact her and her fibro.
Fibromyalgia is a medical condition commonly characterized by chronic fatigue in the muscles and joints.
My inspiration behind A Happy 7 comes from my younger sister. She and I are very close, and she has had fibromyalgia for as long as she can remember. I've grown so much through learning how to be there for her because it's a very unique disorder and it's hard to understand. The story behind the title is based on something that my sister will say. On a scale from 0 to 10, with 0 being no pain and 10 being essentially the worst pain that you can imagine. On an average day, my sister is at a 7. But she still has to do life and she still has to cope with it. So the way she can only go about that is by choosing to still be happy. So she'll often say, I'm a happy 7 today. Our Facebook page has been viewed by over 50,000 people all around the world, and thousands of people are commenting and saying that, I have fibromyalgia and I'm so glad you're doing this. This needs to happen. And I'm thrilled and I'm so excited that I'm able to bless these people, that everyone on my team God is using us to touch these people's lives. It's been a privilege and a humbling honor for me to be able to be a confidant for these people. A lot of them have given up sharing what they deal with because it can be so difficult to understand, and I can be a support in their lives, and it's just blowing me away. To learn more about this film, you can check out our Facebook page online. It's called A Happy 7. We also have a GoFundMe account, also titled A Happy 7. And if you want to just spread the word, that would be awesome, because the more people who hear about this film, the more people will be blessed by it.
For Eagle 7, I'm Kyle Granger.
You can find out more information about the film at facebook.com/happy7film. We've been talking about it for weeks, but it looks like spring has finally sprung. Hannah, how much are you going to be outside this weekend?
I tell you what, guys, I've never been more excited to give the weather than this week right now for the past 6 months. It looks like for this week there will finally be no surprise snow, just sunshine and high weather degrees for the first time in months. Today it looks like it's going to be a little windy and 73, but hey, we're in the 70s now, so I'm not complaining. And for the rest of the week, it looks like Saturday it's going to be 73 as well as Sunday, mostly cloudy, but again, we're in the 70s, so if you want to get outside, and maybe you'll still get a few rays even under the clouds. For Monday, it looks like it's going to be 66 with a chance of showers, so time to whip out the rain boots and the umbrella and start playing in the rain again. Tuesday, it looks like it's going to be 69 and mostly sunny, so again, if you're trying to catch that tan. Wednesday, it's going to be sunny and 75, so start cranking that country. Thursday, it's going to be 76 and also sunny. So again, super excited about the weather this week. Time to get some sun and get that vitamin D. Ryan, what's happening for sports?
Thanks, Hannah. I'll definitely be outside enjoying the weather this week. He's a National Honor Society member and a third-place winner in a national leadership competition. You've probably already painted a picture in your head about who this person might be, but don't be too sure. This week, Eagle 7's own Brendan Scarborough caught up with Quinn Prescott to dig a little deeper in the story of this internet sensation.
If you ask any celebrity, social media presence is everything, and Quinn Prescott knows that all too well.
Hi, I'm Quinn Prescott. Today I'll be uploading my first video to Most in a Minute, my new YouTube channel, where I'll be hitting the most dabs in a minute. The overall goal is to get on the Ellen Show. That's where the dab inspiration came. I think I was in Revelation class. And I think it was either Levi or maybe Brett that said, hey, how many do you think you can hit in a minute? So that's when we started my YouTube channel called Most in a Minute, where I try and do a lot of things in a minute, where dabbing was the first thing and haven't thought of a second one yet.
But it doesn't stop there. Quinn is also known for his intramural basketball highlight tape.
Big recruits are throwing up their mixtape online, trying to get coaches to recruit them, so I thought I'd throw out my best intramural films and just see what I could do with that, maybe get some people to laugh.
Even Quinn will admit, sometimes it's just for the limelight.
Jordan jumpsuit was definitely for attention. Yeah, we picked that up this summer, and then the poster behind me, that just came with the room. And I had some other Jordan stuff, like a Jordan hat and Jordan backpack, and so we thought it'd be kind of funny. Well, at least I thought it'd be kind of funny to wear all that stuff around. They did a thing where the teachers chose 5 people that they would want to see, and then the students picked the rest. And so my senior year, I was actually at the community college all day, so I didn't realize until 3 days before that I'd been chosen as the speaker for the graduation ceremony. Probably a lot of people don't know that I'm a nursing major. I'm going to be starting the nursing program this summer.
Quinn will be enrolled in the UNW nursing school next fall, so he'll have a little bit more time for work and less for play. For Eagle 7 News, this is Brendan Scarborough.
It was a busy week for UNW sports. The UNW baseball team took on Crown College 3 times this past week, winning the first game 17-9 before cruising to a 7-inning 18-0 victory in Game 2. Senior Tyler Osborne highlighted the scoring in the Game 2, smashing a grand slam in the 5th inning. The Eagles will stay on the road this weekend to face North Central University in a conference doubleheader. The UNW softball team played at Bethany Lutheran in Mankato Wednesday. The team swept the Vikings, winning the first game 1-0 before exploding to a 12-1 5-inning run rule victory in Game 2. The Eagles will return home to host Northland College in a conference doubleheader this Saturday. In track news, both Eagles track teams completed at Luther College in Decorah, Iowa. Alyssa Ahrens, Lisa Greenslade, Danica White and Dominique Ward set a school record for the women's 4x1600 with a time of 25 minutes and 39.2 seconds. The track team will compete this Saturday at Concordia. To end sports for this week, a couple of UNW athletes were honored with the UMAC Player of the Week awards. Junior Ellen Larkin earned the honor of Softball Player of the Week, while freshman Landon Ridpath claimed the Player of the Week award for men's tennis. That's all for sports this week. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Ryan. It's great to hear about a different side of our student athletes. It's one of the most recognizable vans on campus, but do you know the driver? This week, I caught up with a sophomore to get her colorful story. Here's this week's Eagle feature.
So I am really proud of it.
It's one of the most recognizable paintings of all time, Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night.
It's almost addictive.
But here at Northwestern, it's not on a canvas. It's on a car.
It needed to get repainted, and so my dad actually said, okay, we're going to do it. We're going to have an art car.
Meet Dominique Menard, the artist behind this masterpiece on four wheels.
Figuring it out as we went along.
She set out with her dad last fall to do something different.
We used a projector to end up painting the van. We used it on 3 different parts.
This weekend project is turning heads all over campus and beyond.
It's a lot of open staring, and usually people smile. I like to wave at them if I'm just passing someone on the highway.
But the real question for Dominique is why?
There's just a lot more joy in life if you ask why not instead of why. And I think there's really freedom in that too.
Dominique says this car is a reflection of who she is and where she's been.
Part of the reason I wanted to choose one of Vincent van Gogh's paintings is because I also deal with struggles of depression and anxiety, but because of that, I'm also someone who wants to look for the beauty in life even more. It was so bright and really fun.
This minivan is much more than a display of art history, but she says it's a chance to brighten someone's day, even her own.
And it's hard to be in a bad mood when I'm driving down the street in a car like this.
For Eagle 7, I'm Lizzie Arehart.
Well, Emily, have you seen the van around campus?
I have. I parked next to it the other day, and it was an exciting thing, and yeah, it does bring a lot of joy, so it's a cool story.
It brightens my day every time I see it. That's all the news we have for you this week. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Lizzie Arehart.
And I'm Emily St. John. Stay fly, Eagles.